Welcome to our second episode of The Baby Tea, where we provide you with news on newborns, infants, and toddlers. So go get your cup of tea and come spend some time with us. If you want to be a mom, you need to stop smoking immediately. This is why. Everyone knows that smoking is bad, especially for pregnant women. It's more hazardous for pregnant women, especially if they're smoking before and after conception. When the mom smokes, the oxygen level of the mom falls. Also the fetus is negative. There are also other negative effects. It impacts the embryo's growth, birth weight, development, especially in the early stages of pregnancy. There was a study of 700 pregnant women that were followed between 2010 and 2015, where after the 10th week, the women who smoked more than 10 cigarettes, they realized that their fetuses were developing a day behind compared to pregnant women who were non-smokers. They also suffered from low birth weights. According to the CDC, smoking causes miscarriages and stillbirth. The warning labels for cigarettes were placed in 1970 to inform consumers of the dangers of smoking cigarettes, especially for pregnant women. There was a study published in the BMC Medicine about moms who had elevated BMIs and obesity in children during their early teenage years and early adulthood. The study showed that the BMI of the mother had no effect in if the child was going to become obese or not. But what mattered most was the lifestyle. So parents, it's very important that you're an example to your child by maintaining healthy habits, not smoking, doing vigorous exercise at least 3 or 4 times a week, reaching 150 minutes per week, having a healthy diet. Next in the news is a study by Harvard and NIH researchers about preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is a life-threatening condition that occurs in about 1 out of every 20 pregnant women. It affects over 200,000 pregnant women. The signs and symptoms of preeclampsia are elevated blood pressure, protein in urine, sudden weight gain, headaches, seizures, slow fetal growth, a premature delivery that could be dangerous to the fetus and the mother.
Scientists have been doing research to help predict and manage preeclampsia and who is at risk. Scientists have noticed a change in a specific gene called the CF-RNA. Hopefully, blood testing will predict who is at risk for preeclampsia.
So this is a very interesting study. If you are pregnant, you need to ask your obstetrician about the possibility of taking this test and discussing the possibility also if you are at risk for preeclampsia, which is something that's very, very dangerous and serious, and this definitely needs to be discussed with you and your obstetrician. Not only do moms have to worry about a baby food formula shortage, but now the FDA warns moms about using products that are made at the Abbott facility in Michigan. There have been complaints of many babies getting ill of salmonella and chronobacter. Now, salmonella is a growth of bacteria that causes great gastrointestinal distress. It causes fever, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, blood in urine and stool. It can also be fatal. Chronobacter sepsis is a bacteria that causes sepsis and meningitis that affects the brain and the spine. Usually the patients have or experience irritability, temperature changes, jaundice, Bowel damage also, and it can be spread through the blood. So the FDA recommends that you don't use any of these products. Similac, Alimentin, and L-Care. If you see these dates or these lot numbers on the baby formula, please discard it. So here is what we know. Frank Yanis, the FDA Commissioner for Food Policy and Response, released a statement. We are working diligently with our partners to investigate complaints related to these products, which we recognize includes infant formula products at the facility. While we work to solve this safety concern as quickly as possible. So, at the time of the video, we are talking about 3 were affected with Chronobacter and 1 with Salmonella, and they were all hospitalized with these bacterial infections. Now we're dealing with the products that were made and stored at the Abbott facility in Michigan. Products that are not labeled a specific number, lot numbers, or dates are not affected. And you can get this list at the FDA website, which we will list at the bottom. The FDA will have an ongoing investigation about this situation, and we at the Baby Tea will continue to provide you the latest information on this baby formula recall and also the shortage that is also on top of this baby formula recall. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of The Baby Tea, which is produced by K.i.D Clothes TV. Hit like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you are aware of when our next upload of The Baby Tea arrives. Also, stay tuned also for K.i.D Tip Tuesday, which is a series that K.i.D Clothes TV is continuing about on children's health, fashion, and development. Well, we hope to see you next time, and thanks again for enjoying and watching The Baby Tea.